Now that you've taken the practice ACT test, what's next? Remember, this is just a snapshot of one day of high school. So, straight A students may have scored average or below. Students with low grades may have rocked the test. Just remember, this was a practice test. Sophomores, you have nearly 2 more years before your official ACT test. Juniors, you have close to 1 year. How does this year's score compare to last year's score? Don't worry, you have time to improve your score before the next test date. Remember your growth mindset. Practice. Make mistakes. Mistakes become opportunities. Seek help. Don't be afraid to try again. Interpreting your test score report. Please pause the video at this time. Hand out the ACT practice test booklets containing the score reports. If a student is absent today, please return the test booklets and score reports to the counseling office. Your student report. One side of the report shows your responses in capital letters. The letter will be read if you chose the incorrect answer. The lowercase letter shown below the red letter is the correct answer. Here is an example of how it looks. Your student report. The other side of the report, on the back side, shows your raw score, ACT scale score, national percentage for each of the 4 subject areas, and your composite score. Here is an example. What do your scores mean? The raw score is the total number of questions answered correctly within the section. The ACT scale score converts the raw score to a scale score so that the comparisons can be made across subject areas. The national percentile ranks indicates the percentage of students who scored the same or below the score received. The composite score is the average of the 4 subject areas' scaled scores. Your benchmark scores represent the level of achievement required for students to have a 50% chance of obtaining a B or higher, or about a 75% chance of obtaining a C or higher in corresponding credits. Here's an example of the ACT College Readiness benchmark. Here is an example of the ACT test takers in Minnesota and the nation in 2017. In 2017, over 2 million students nationwide took the ACT last year. Here is the average scores. Below in blue is the average scores of the nation compared to the state of Minnesota. Here is a sample of the ACT score report.
Hey sophomores and juniors, this is Miss Nibby in the Career Center. Now that you've had an opportunity to take a look at your score report, let's take a look at why is the ACT an important test, as well as what are some steps you can do to improve your score. First thing is, what's your plan after high school? You should have an idea. Are you thinking of a 2-year technical college, a community college, going to a community college and then transferring to your 4-year school, or going directly to a 4-year college? There's also the apprenticeship programs. You can enlist in the military, enter the workforce full-time, gap years, or other ideas that you may have about what you're doing after high school. Remember that we believe you are all college material because our definition of college is any education post-high school that results in an earned credential, certificate, associate's degree, bachelor's degree, and beyond. Not everybody needs a four-year degree, and not all careers are going to require a four-year degree. However, all students need some sort of post-secondary education, especially in today's competitive economy. It's important to work to identify your career choice in order to be able to identify the best college choice for you. Identifying a career choice will also help you plan your high school courses and a target ACT goal. So how can the ACT help me plan for my future? The colleges look at the ACT to level the playing field. You're all taking the same test. They're comparing you with people across the nation, and it takes out the grade inflation element. Since everybody's taking the same test in the same amount of time, they know that they're comparing apples to apples when they're looking at the scores. And they track the numbers, which is going to help them predict student success at their college. From your perspective, it's a chance to make up for some subpar effort in high school. So perhaps your GPA isn't where you want it to be. This is where you want to make sure that you can do well on that ACT test. It gives you a chance to earn scholarships, and it's a chance to separate one student from another in terms of performance. If you're looking at a career in the military, the ACT is great practice for the ASVAB exam. The ASVAB is used to determine both your job selection, ability to enlist, as well as your compensation within the military. For anybody looking at a two-year community or technical college in the state of Minnesota, your ACT score can exempt you from having to take the required AccuPlacer exam. Each school sets benchmarks for reading and math scores on your ACT that will exempt you from the AccuPlacer. And if you're looking at a four-year college, it's one of the components in the admissions process. Your ACT score combined with your GPA and coursework are used to determine acceptance and potential scholarships. The ACT is such an important test that it's offered to juniors for free. This year it will be April 3rd. The ACT will be required for admission to the majority of four-year colleges and universities. It's used for admission to certain majors, such as nursing programs, engineering programs. It can be used instead of a placement test at two-year community and tech colleges, and it can be used to calculate scholarship awards. Many colleges are going to offer scholarship awards simply based on your ACT and GPA combination. No extra applications needed. Simply have the ACT or the GPA required, and you automatically earn the scholarships. Here's a couple of examples, one from a public school, one from a private school. But you can see the difference how an increase in your GPA or even a 1-point increase in your ACT score can make the difference between thousands of dollars. A few other things. When you register for the ACT test, you are able to send a score report to 4 different colleges. You will need to know these 4 colleges when you register for the test. If you're planning on playing college athletics, you'll also need to send a score report to the NCAA. Most colleges will look at the best composite score at your time of admission. So if you take the ACT test 5 times, they're going to look at your best score. Students who receive free or reduced lunch also qualify for 2 fee waivers. That means you actually get 3 tests for free. Fee waivers would be available in the counseling office. You can take the ACT up to 12 times. We don't recommend it, but you can take it up to 12 times. So what's next? Continue to do well in your classes. Grades do matter. It's one of the things I hear most from seniors. I wish I would have known how much my GPA or my ACT score would matter when it came time to college admissions. Make sure that you've registered for appropriate classes in the next year. Rigor counts. We've got registration coming up soon, so what classes do you need? Get involved. Explore your career options. Start thinking about college. Attend the college fair on March 21st. Start visiting colleges that you're interested in, and create your ACT test prep plan. What's your target score? So you know that ACT can be used for many purposes. What is that score that you are going to set a goal for? You can research this in Naviance through the College Supermatch, the College Acceptance History, the Naviance Scattergrams. You can talk with the admissions reps. You can Take a test prep course. Many different ways to know what your target score is. Here's some examples. So first column lists some colleges. Second column shows their average acceptance rate. And the third column is the average ACT score for students who attend their school. This can help give you an idea of what to set as a target score. If you're looking at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, University of Wisconsin-Madison, you're going to see that you would apply to a particular college on the campus. So if you were looking at the College of Science and Engineering, the average ACT score is going to fall within a 30 to 34 range, and class rank is going to be in the top 8% as a minimum. We'll take the test for free as a junior in April, but there are also some other national ACT test dates available. They start in February and they go through July. You'll also have September and October dates available in your senior year, and most of these tests will still meet the November 1st Common Application deadline. For the national tests, you will have to pay to take the tests. And again, you can send your score reports to up to 4 different colleges. If you're taking any of the national tests, you would register online at actstudent.org. If you're planning to attend a 4-year college after graduation, most of our students take the June test. This year is the first year that they're offering a July test. Why did our juniors like the June 9th test? Because it is the weekend after school gets out. So you're still in a school mode, you're used to getting up in the morning, you've had a full year of academic content, and that's been a preference for taking that June test. With the July test, I'd recommend that one if you plan to spend some time prepping. So if you're going to spend June and July prepping for the ACT test, that might be a great plan to take the test in July. If it's necessary, you can also retake the test in September or October of your senior year. How much do you need to study? Here's an estimated breakdown of the points improvement per number of hours studied for the ACT, and this information is coming from ACT. What are some resources I can use to study? My favorite is Naviance Test Prep. You can go in, take a diagnostic test, tell Test Prep when you're planning to take the test, and Test Prep will create a customized personal learning plan emphasizing what you need to do between now and the test date. You can find Naviance Test Prep in Naviance right on the home page. So when you first log in under Resources, you will see Naviance Test Prep. Instructions for setting up your diagnostic test can be found on the Career Center webpage. Once you're in Naviance Test Prep, you'll see that you have on the left-hand side a study plan. There are games that you can do. There are lessons, flashcards, and 6 different practice tests that you're able to do, as well as lessons and drills that they'll walk you through in your customized study plan. They'll give you projections about your performance on the ACT, and they'll show you your progress plan. Just a caution, if you do register for a national ACT test, at the very end of the registration process, right before you pay, ACT will try to sell you a test prep package. This is exactly the same test prep package that you have available in Naviance for free. So they call it their test prep. We call it Naviance Test Prep, but they are the identical items. So you can save yourself $175 to $300 and use Naviance Test Prep through our Blaine High School Naviance program. What are some other test prep opportunities? The Career Center webpage has a list of resources. You will also receive a list, juniors, of some other ACT prep resources. Sylvan, Princeton, Kaplan all offer free ACT prep materials. They also will offer you ones for a price. Anoka County Library has a free ACT test prep, or you have many different books available to check out in the Career Center. The way you choose to prep for the test should reflect your personal learning style. Are you a person who likes to work off the computer? Are you one who prefers to have the book in front of you? How much time are you willing to put into this? So what do I need to do for college planning? Start exploring Naviance or MCIS. Identify your future career options. Identify colleges you might want to visit. Visit with our college reps in the building during lunch. You'll see them right in the hallway during our lunch periods. If it's a school you want to learn more about, go introduce yourself. Find out more about that particular college. Attend our college fair March 21st from 8 to 9:30 a.m. in the field house. Visit with colleges on your list or prep for the ACT. Naviance and MCIS are both great programs to find schools matching your preferences. You can also research colleges on your list. Look for the GPA requirements, ACT score requirements, class rank requirements, and any requirements for high school courses that you have to have. And start preparing academically. Strategically select those courses for next year. Continue to take rigorous courses. Colleges are really looking at, did you challenge yourself while you were in high school? Are you on track for graduation? Are you on track for college acceptance? Is your GPA and class rank where it needs to be for college admission? Create that target goal and a study plan for your ACT test. So by the end of your junior year, you should be able to identify what you want to do after high school, so what career, where you can go to receive the education or training that you need for that particular career, your ACT score, GPA, and class rank required for admissions to any school on your list, and have an ACT plan. What are the dates that you plan to take the test? How are you going to prep? What's your target score? And you should also be able to identify resources that are available to support you through the whole process. This is the information for your ACT prep, college planning. If you have questions or you would like more information, stop by the Career Center.